Yo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, brother. Welcome to the basement, man. Listen, y'all see it's me, Justin, and the wonderful Jade Omari here for episode 102 of The Basement. Jade,
sir,
thank you for being here. It means a lot.
Thank you for having me.
It definitely means a lot, and we appreciate you for taking the time out of the day to come and chill with us, really, and just kick it in the basement, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
Sip a couple brewskis and just talk.
Yes.
Be vulnerable just a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
But, yeah, man, this is episode 102. First episode of the year. We had to start it off with a bang, so we brought the bang to y'all. Jade Omari is here. We're going to talk a lot of shit. We're going to talk about a lot of things, and we're going to talk about her new project that is coming out, ECLIPSE, February 22nd.
28th now.
28th?
Yeah.
Oof. 28th. Jesus Christ. I was on, we say, look, this how you know I've been paying attention.
Yeah, I appreciate
it. Saying? So, but look, the 28th. Jade, how you feel?
I feel amazing. I feel great. I feel energized. I feel
nervous.
Not at all, actually.
Okay. For real? Is like real? Are you real? Like, you know what I'm saying? Are you saying like you feel good? Because like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's like we got a mic. Kobe's right here and just like, yo, job's not finished. You know what I mean?
I feel good. You know, it's been a fucking hell of a year, past couple years actually, but I feel like I'm finally in a space where like I'm back. You know, I feel like me again, but like a better version.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Type shit. That's hard. Yeah. Hey, you know, we asked how you doing, but like in reality, I want to get into a whole situation where like how you doing mentally. You say it's coming back from a couple of years. Are you trying to say now that you're better in the mental area, in your mental space?
Absolutely. I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like all of us, we be going through shit, you feel me? But me, I feel like my shit it got dark for a second, you feel me? And I feel like in those moments when it's dark, it's usually hard to focus on the light of any situation, even when people try and like speak life into you. Sometimes you really just don't want to hear that shit because you're just so in your shit, you feel me? But now I feel like now I'm in a space where like I understand why everything went down the way that it did in all of aspects of my life, and just never took that shit personal. Like it was more so like, nah, I ain't gonna lie, I took it personal for a second. But I
feel like you have to or something.
Yeah, you do. But then once you start analyzing the shit like from an outside perspective, like just take yourself out of it, like as if it wasn't you. Try to view that shit like what is the reason? How can this help you? Because I'm an alchemist, so anything that's sent to destroy me, I transmute that shit. So even though it took a little longer this time to transmute that shit because I was so, you know, but yeah, man, I'm in a much better headspace mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and I feel like I'm the best that I've been.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Nah, like you say, I feel like you have to see your life in third person. You know what I mean? I think that's very important. I think we want to be in the driver's seat a lot. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you don't have control. Though
most
you want
times
to.
we don't have control.
You know what I'm saying? You know, where you think you have the most control, you probably don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you saying that like it really, you know, it transpires to really be like, yo, I really gotta look at it at a different view. The
irony is when you let go, that's when you have the most control. So it's like when we have control, we don't really have control. But once you finally let go, that's when it all just falls into place like I was supposed to.
That's fire. When you let go, that's a bar for real.
You know, just
when you let go, that's when you have control. That's
yeah.
Oh fuck. Yo, so look, like I said, you know, we'd like to talk about like the mental state of us. I know we've been going through a lot. We have our stuff. This is the first episode of the year, so we have a lot coming. That's just stuff that we have to, you know, put into place and tying up these bolts and etc. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, Justin, how you feeling? How you feeling mentally, bro?
Man, I'm feeling good, dude. You know, earlier today, told y'all, nice good day started with Corona.
Yes.
So can't complain on that.
Right.
Can't complain.
Oh, after a long day.
You know, a little snow today, so.
It was snowing?
Bro,
a little bit.
Yes.
I ain't see that.
It was a little bit. I work in Lawrence. I work in Lawrence, Virginia. So over there, when it started snowing, I was like, I'm cooked. I'm cooked, bro. Because that joint started sticking because it's cold and it just started sticking right away. You know what I mean? But yeah. Jade.
Mm-hmm.
Where did everything start? Where are you from?
I'm from PG County, Hyattsville, Maryland. When you mean where did it start, what you mean? What are we talking?
Where did it start? As in, like, all right, you from PG. This is a shorty that's 5 years old, 6 years old. You know what I'm saying? Out there in PG and Hyattsville. You know what I mean? Where did it start? Like, how did you become who you are now?
Oof.
Like, really, really tap into like, yo, I really want to do this music shit.
Funny story. I always been good at poetry since a young age. I feel like that's every artist's story. Like every real artist, they would be like, yeah, I did poetry, but not like real shit. I was always a lot older mentally than I was age-wise. A lot of people always told me that I was really wise for my age. But so when I was young, I would watch a lot of like love, you know, like them deep love. And I was like feeling that shit. Like, mind you, I'm like 8 years old, but I'm just like, oh my God. Like, it's like, bitch, you don't know nothing about love yet. What the fuck are you doing? But I always like really was inspired by that type of shit, you know? And then like my music taste or my music abilities now, like my mom, she's a musician, singer, songwriter as well. So I kind of grew up watching her, but I never really had the mentality of that's what I want to do when I get older. But her listening to all the shit that she used to play in the house too, she had a versatile playlist. You get me? It would go from Sade to Outkast to Bone Thugs to India Irie. It was just a lot, you know. And I feel like that influenced my sound growing up and my taste in music. Going into high school, I think there was a point in time where me and my friends would just like, let's just start making music and shit. Like just fucking around though. You get me? So writing raps and shit. And I still didn't take it serious yet. But when I was 17 going on 18, that's when I wrote my first song called Illusions. And that shit was, even though like quality wise, because I didn't know shit about the industry. You get me? Like most people, they study this shit. It was more of just a natural thing for me. Yeah. And I started making music, and I didn't really start taking it serious like as a career till I was like 20, 21. I asked my cousin to join his rap group that he had at the time. It was Hard Truth. It was NWO, Nothing Was Overnight. But his thing was Hard Truth. You get me? And from there, I met with Fame Reek, and we was just doing music together, you know, for the longest. And then both of them passed, and that shit kind of just fucked me up to a whole different degree. But it also made me feel obligated to keep going. Like there's times when you really want to give up in this shit, and I've had those moments so many times, but because of them, I feel like I cannot, like I'm not allowed to. You feel me? And yeah, so that's kind of how it really all started, and I've been just going hard ever since. You know, I've had my moments where I ain't take my foot off the gas, but I definitely took a break to really rediscover the reasoning behind why I'm really doing this shit for real. And I got it back. I got that shit back.
Nah, I feel like that story is tough. Like obviously, like you have to. There's mishaps that happens. You know what I mean? And you saying, yo, like I gotta do it because, like it's only right. You know what I mean?
Right. When you got people that believe in you more than you believe in yourself, it's like a whole different, you know? And it's like now that they passed, they're not here no more. That's where I'm like, I feel like I have to, because like they believed in me more than I did. And because of their belief in me, that's why I'm like, I owe it to y'all, because y'all believed in me in times when I ain't believing myself. Y'all was always gassing me up, telling me how hard I am when I felt, you know, I was doubting myself and shit. And so, yeah, just I do it for them mainly.
That's hard.
All right. Would you say like that's pretty much like your main spark that inspires you to do music now?
It is, but like music is, I don't use music the way that most artists do, where like they just happen to be good at that shit and they're doing it to, you know, to make a living off their shit. Like music is literally my therapy for real. It's like my diary. So like when I make music, there's not one song that I made where I've told a lie. So everything is based on a true story in some shape, way, or form. And so it's like I'm telling my story in the most odd, complex of ways. You get me? And I try to, like I said before, when I was like, I'm an alchemist, I transmute the shit. a lot of ugly experiences, a lot of heartbreak, hurtful, painful ass experiences happen to me. But I'm just like, I don't like to keep that shit in me, you know. So I'm like, how can I turn it into something beautiful so that it don't defeat me, it didn't define me? You thought you had me, but I'm gonna just use this shit to, you know.
Okay. Earlier, you were talking about your mom, right? And how she showed you all sorts of different kind of music. This guy over here, I mean, whatever, like, probably tomorrow I listen to Korean music. The next day, old R&B, go-go music on Sunday. He's head of overall just gender,
like an encyclopedia.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So I love to see that with different musicians, like, you know, across the world.
Right.
So the thing is, for you, like, what is your biggest inspiration of, like, why you're doing this?
I would say love.
Yeah.
Honestly, love is the most powerful fucking force in the universe. And yeah, I look around the world, like the world that's around me, and I see that most of us, if not all of us, are really just going through a lot of shit, and we're looking for an escape in some shape, way, or form. So whether that be drugs, whether it be music, you know, when you feeling anything, if you're feeling sad, you want music to match that shit. If you're feeling happy, you want music to match that shit. You get me? So it's like, I want to make people feel, I want to make people tap into that side of them that they try to hide or that they try to push down so that they can heal, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, because that's where I'm like, it's not, it is about me, but it's not just about me, because I believe in the whole, we're all collectively connected. So it's like, if I'm healing and working on myself and I put it in my music, those that are hearing it, probably going through on a similar path, similar journey, it'll help them in some way.
Do you have, like, a favorite artist where, like, you kind of feel that same level? Like, almost getting to you, I guess, way back then, as you say, younger, going through love and stuff like that. I mean, I had Usher growing up, so love songs were everywhere.
Right.
So what would you say your main artist you have a good sense of you can relate to?
I would say Sade.
Sade?
Yeah, Sade, and believe it or not, Chris Brown too.
Yeah,
he's one of my biggest musical influences.
He's from Virginia, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah,
he's from Tappahannock.
Okay, so
he's from the boonies, boy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
bro, that's the boonies for real.
Sheesh.
But I listened to, like, everything growing up for real. So like, you can Coldplay, Paramore. Paramore is my biggest. Like, that's the reason that I actually, like, became Jade Omari for real. So like, I went to I know it's crazy because it's like my music don't match that shit at all. But what happened was I had my first job at Cricket Wireless, right? And I got my first check. So I'm like, all right. And I found out that they were coming to Virginia, actually. And I was like, I gotta go. Fuck it, you know. Just my first concert as
Virginia, probably went to like Jiffy Lube or some shit.
I can't even remember. Yeah, that shit was, I don't know. But first concert I went to as a child was a Chris Brown concert. First concert that I went to where I paid for myself as an adult, it was a Paramore concert. Okay. And I went there. And I just remember, bruh, it's like something woke up. So I went there excited to see them and shit, but I'm just like, the feeling that I got when I saw Haley on stage and she was just being herself, you know, and like, you know, just having fun. There wasn't no like script that she was following. You could tell she was organically just having fun, being herself, having conversations with the crowd. And it just dawned on me. I was like, this is what I want to do. Because it's like the way that she's making me feel, like I'm so happy to be here, and I'm just like so like filled with love and emotion. Like, you scream so much you want to cry because you're so excited, but you can't even come out type shit. And I walked out of there feeling like the way that you do when you leave church, and it was a good ass service. You get me? And I was like, that's what I want to do. Like, that's it right there. And mind you, I thought before that, I was like, I'm gonna just be a firefighter. You know, some slight shit. I was like, you know, settle. But that shit woke it up in me. And that was the day that I started, like, you know what? I'm going to do music.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, right now, you obviously got stuff cooking up for you. Big things for you. So who in the industry right now you look up to then?
Who do I look at? I try not to idolize nobody. So, like, I don't do idols. But I do have a lot of artists that I'm like, damn, I would love to work with them one day. Okay, like, it's a variety. Like, definitely want to make a song with Chris Brown for sure. Like, Justin Bieber, Kehlani. Let me see.
Is it the style of vocals that really intrigues you, or
it's the style of vocals, but it's also like the melodic choices as far as like how they write, how they do their cadences, you know, shit like that. Like I'm very, very picky, you know, but I also think of like, damn, who would complement my sound if we were to make a song together type shit. You get me? And I'm, there's
say Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Kehlani. Shit.
No,
man, I got a list too. Shit, I want Jay to work with fucking SZA. I want Jay to work with fucking Ella May. You know what I'm saying? Like all that type of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then Ray, she's I think her name is Ray. She got a fucking vocal range that's amazing. I was like, damn, like her music is dope as shit too. And then who else? There's a lot of new artists that I was just like, some that I've never heard of until late, because I'm late. I don't really be plugged into the music scene like that because I don't want to unintentionally like sound like somebody else. So I try to like stay to myself. But there's a lot of new artists that just sound like, whoa.
Yeah.
You get me? And I'm like, damn.
So what makes your style so unique compared to where you want to plug in and play with other vocals? And
I think that the difference between me and a lot of other artists, and sometimes it's not necessarily their fault, you know, it'd be the labels and shit, but I don't stick to one genre. There's not one song that you'd be like, all right, this is Jade's style, because it's like I do so much different shit. I don't limit myself to just one genre, like just R&B or just pop or just rap music. You get me? I do like literally everything from rock, alternative, all that shit. You feel me? I just appreciate good music. I don't give a fuck what the genre is for real. I'll do that shit if it sounds like a vibe.
Hard. I've seen it. I ain't gonna lie to you, but like I've been blessed. Me and Jose have been blessed to see this shit happen in the studio, bro.
Oh yeah.
I'm letting you know right now. I don't know, bro, but like that shit is crazy. Like I do, like, and I tell Max this all the time, right? You know, like when it's stuff like that in the studio, like that's something very like dear to me because I love music. I love music a lot.
Same.
So when it's like shit at the studio or seeing you record and shit like that, that shit's almost like magical.
Like
I
the
ain't
process.
gonna lie to you, bro, because it's just like, bro, that's for me. That's church. That's for real. That's literally right there. Like, and I'm just looking. And she's, you know, boom, 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 and Max is in the recorder, all right, back right here. And you're like, nah, cut that. I want this right here. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, damn, this shit is hard. And Max works fast.
Yeah.
That motherfucker works quick.
Yes.
But the shit is like, seeing that makes you appreciate it much more. But then seeing you work makes me appreciate you more. Makes me appreciate the music more.
Thank you.
It has a different type of connection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, seeing something like when Autumn, we saw the stems, we saw all of that break everything, you know what I'm saying? So that shit came out fire, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, all of that stuff is just, it's just magical, bro. It's just crazy. Like when you see, there's people that take hours, days to get something done. Not this one here.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't happen. It's just,
I don't like to waste no time.
That's what I'm saying though. But like that process, it just shows how serious you take it.
Yeah.
And the professionalism. And I just feel like you do your homework a lot. I feel like you sit home and read the dictionary. Like, who the fuck does that? I just feel like that's what she does because it's just words just be just boom, and she's just there writing whatever. She's doing what she got to do.
Honestly, I don't read the dictionary. I probably should so I could like expand my vocabulary, but I don't. It's a very unique process when it comes to writing, but first and foremost, I let the instrumentals speak to me. So like it's not that I can't just get on any beat. I don't get on any beat because the way that I hear it, I'm like, if the beat makes you be like, whew, before anything is even on it, that's going to be a hit if you write it correctly, if you do it correctly. And I don't write with the intention of, I'm about to make a hit. Nah, I just do whatever I feel. But most times I like to channel. And what I mean by channel, like I always pray before I write. And I ask God to just utilize me and make me write whatever somebody needs to hear. And it comes out.
Okay. Well, right now I see you pretty hungry. I can see that right now.
Yeah.
So like, when a point of your time when you realize, you know what, I want to take it more seriously. I want to put more time invested into this work. I want to make myself better. Where at any point of your timeline you say when you took it, you know, a little more?
When you took it to the next level.
I took it to the next level when my cousin died and when Fame Reek died. That's when it, like I said, that was the most painful thing I think I've ever gone through. And most times, some people don't come back from that type of pain. You know, they give up and they just sink And like I said, that shit shifted something in me where it was like a lot of anger too, you know, but it was more so like, nah, like, not only do I deserve this shit, and some people don't feel comfortable saying that. Like, for the longest, I didn't feel comfortable saying that because we have that sense of like, it comes off egotistical or like, you know. Mm-hmm. And I was a people pleaser for a long ass time. You know, I was so focused on how people would view me and worried about stepping on people's toes or coming off like a diva or ass. So now I don't give a fuck. Now I don't give a fuck. I know exactly who the fuck I am, and I'm walking into every room, every studio session like I am that bitch, because I am. You feel me? But yeah, when they passed, that was definitely when I was like, no games, no more. Like before then, I was doing it, you know, every now and then. Like not every now and then, but it wasn't as serious as like, nah, I have to make this shit work now. There's no plan B. This is gonna work. I don't give a fuck how long it take. I don't give a fuck if people telling me I'm getting old. Oh, maybe you should, you know, get a job. Nope, it's gonna work. And when it do, yeah,
right,
yeah.
If you had an opportunity to have both of them right here across the table, what would you say to them?
I miss them first and foremost, but I would say thank you, because if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be doing music for real. I wouldn't have had the confidence to do it. You know, I would have just probably kept writing notes or poetry in my phone and shit, but I would thank them and yeah, tell them I'll see them in the next lifetime.
Yeah. Okay. I see you got grace in your heart, by the way. I can see that for you.
Thank you.
What my mom always told me growing up is that everybody in this world has responsibility. All of us have grace. It's up to us what we want to do with our grace. Mm-hmm. So how would your music affect people all across the world, in your opinion? To share your grace, to belong with everybody you can see. How will you view that as people into your own music?
That's a unique question.
Do you think you're getting a message point, like kind of your message sent across throughout your music? Do you feel like they're feeling what you're feeling? Do you feel like
Absolutely.
they can relate to you?
Absolutely. A lot of even though that's just a fraction, but a lot of the comments that some of my supporters be writing to me, messages that they write to me, they're very deep. Some have told me that like, yo, I was planning on killing myself today and I heard your song, or I read your poem, and like, thank you, you saved my life. A lot of those, and it really hit me like, damn, this is bigger than me. This is bigger than me. And that's why I said it's not me sometimes. Like when I go in the studio, like I said, I pray, you know, to ask God to use me however you see fit and get whatever message across that needs to be sent, you know? So that's why I'm like, it's not me sometimes. It's really not. I can't take credit for it.
Yo, so you bring up God a lot. You have a religious background. Is that like something like, I mean, for me, I do definitely have a religious background with my mom. Facts. You know what I'm saying? So I view that also as a gift, you know what I'm saying? Something that kind of helps you cope. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? God definitely helps me cope with certain things that I've gone through in my life.
Absolutely.
But you saying like, yo, I pray before I write, that's super sacred.
Yeah.
And that's why literally when I said like it's a studio session, that joint to me is church. That's a mass. That's literally a service.
It is.
So where does that background come from?
So there's religious backgrounds on both sides. Like my mom's mom, my grandmother, she's a Christian, and my dad's mom is Catholic. They've been in church their whole life. And when I was younger, you know, when like they force you to go to church and shit, you know, you don't really rock with it. But as I got older, probably like younger teens and shit, I would still go. But me being, you know, gay and shit, like always got looked a certain type of way at certain churches and shit. You feel me? So I always felt outcasted. I would see people getting the Holy Spirit, and I'd get sad because I'd be like, damn, like I want to feel that. And I felt like for the longest, because of all the shit they were talking about, like they made me feel like God didn't like love me because I was a sinner. I had to change in order to deserve that love. You get me? And it wasn't till I went to another church. It's called Crossover Church in Hyattsville. Shout out to them, by the way. This is how I knew. Like I always felt, you know how there's that verse saying that, like, I don't know it verbatim, but it's basically saying something down the lines of that God is closest to those, like the broken and all that shit. Mm-hmm. I went to church this one time, and I was really going through some shit. You get me? my aunt was in the choir, so she was on stage, you know, getting ready for the service start. I was sitting in the seats with complete strangers. So I was like, damn, all right, whatever. I wanted to go to church, so I went. And as the church service starts, you know, they starting to pray. So I'm just, you know, singing the songs or whatever. And there's a woman next to me, and she gets spooked for a second. Like, she literally looked at me and she was like, and mentally, my first thought was like, all right, here we go. Like, she about to say some shit.
She about
like,
to judge
demons.
me.
Like, I rebuke, you know. But she actually did the opposite. She got very emotional. And she was like, oh, my God. And she was like, can I hug you? And I was confused at first, but I just like needed a hug. So I was like, yeah, you can hug me. And she's hugging me so strong. And she's like, you don't know how much you mean to him. And then I got emotional for a second. And she was like, you're surrounded in fire. Like, she said, my whole body was on fire, but it wasn't hellfire. It was holy fire. Mm-hmm. You get me? So that kind of was like, okay, but I'm still, you know, whatever. And you know how at the end of every church service, they'd be like, come to the front if, you know, you want to give your life to God. Or if you have already and you just need somebody to pray with you, just come to the front, you know. And I needed some prayers. So I went to the front. And I'm crying, I'm praying, and this woman, I don't know who, she places her hand on my back and she starts praying for me. My whole back started to get hot. But I'm still crying, still praying, and at the end of it, she turns me around and she's like, I'm going to tell you what God told me. And I was like, all right, let me hear it.
Let it rip.
Let it rip.
Let it rip.
And she was like, he has a purpose for you and your talents, but he's going to make you uncomfortable until he can have all of you. And for the longest, I didn't understand what that meant, but I was like, all right. And what he meant was, what I think it was, is for the longest, I've been playing small, you know, out of fear of, you know, not everybody's going to like me, fear of being seen and perceived in a way that I'm not, you know, just fear. And so he's going to put me in situations yeah, where it's going to feel uncomfortable because I'm not used to it. But he's like, I need the world to see you because I need to use you, you know, so you can't hide anymore. Like, it's going to be uncomfortable, but this is the only way type shit. So that's why I was like, I walk like as if I know God favors me because I know that he does. And it's not an egotistical thing or a God complex. Everybody is chosen, but not everybody heeds the call. You get me? So I know that I'm chosen. I know that I have a responsibility. What it is yet, I'm not sure, but I'm just doing whatever I feel guided to do, whatever my spirit guides me to do, you feel me? And I'm figuring it out along the way, but I know God don't play when it comes to me. And that's why I'm like, this year, I'm really acting like it. I'm really walking like it because I know he don't play by me, you know?
That's hard. I think that having that once you have that personal experience, it changes a lot of things because obviously when you're a kid, you gotta go because you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna stay at the home with the PS3 or whatever the game. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing is that I found God outside of church.
I'm saying.
You get me? And a lot of people not gonna agree with this, but and this is not me condoning to do this shit, by the way. But I had my first conversation where I could actually hear God talk to me on acid. And a lot of people condemn it, you know, and they demonize it and shit. But there's those people that do it just to have a trip and have fun and shit. But I feel like when you have that connection to spirit, that trip is a whole different thing. I felt like my third eye was open for 9 hours. You get me? And each time I decided to do acid, the conversations with God only got deeper and more vibrant. And it really, like, it's just something that's unexplainable that, like, when you really do feel God's love and you really do have a real conversation with him, nobody else can sway you from that shit. Not even religious people that know the Bible up and down that swear. They're like, you know, da-da-da. It's just like, I hear you, but I actually spoke to him. So I know that it may not be ideal to you, or you may think that I'm not chosen because of whatever, you know, this, but me and him, we locked in. You get me? So, yeah, it's just a whole thing. But I'm just grateful to have that connection because a lot of people, I feel like, they're searching for something to like help them or to just, like I said, an escape. And when you have a connection to God, it kind of makes things a little bit better.
Of course.
You know?
No, well, I'm not gonna say I'm shocked because I could definitely feel your energy, and I'm a big energy person. So I knew if I would have brought that up, you would talk about it.
Yeah.
But you being able to talk about it freely just shows me how much that relationship you got, like how important that is to you.
It is,
because a lot of people aren't open and be like, yo, like they're ashamed. They're like, yo, I went to church, or yo, I have conversations with God, etc. And a lot of people are ashamed of that. So that's I applaud you for that.
I would never be ashamed of that, because one, God made me who I am, exactly the way that I am, despite what people may believe, thinking, you know, like, oh, because you gay, he knew I was gonna be gay before he made me. Like, don't even go there. Like, I don't want to hear that.
But just you being able to talk about it, I think is very important, and it brings us to the next topic. Like, Jay, do you remember how you felt when you walked in?
Yeah.
Do you remember how you felt when you walked in? Yo, so you've been doing music for a while. You've been doing music for a while, and I think that showing your vulnerability. And I'm not to say that you're vulnerable spiritually when it comes to religion. That's not what I'm trying to say here. But I feel like you being vulnerable in your music because of what you got going on, or what you've had going on in the past. I think that builds a very, very important connections to your fans.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Is that something that you're seeking when you're recording? Like, is that something that not necessarily you're like, yo, I'm gonna do this on purpose, but like, I'm definitely being vulnerable right now, and I know somebody's gonna feel this.
It's never premeditated. If that's what you're asking, like, I don't go in there saying like, oh, I want them to feel this. No, but it's more so, it's like, so many artists pretend to be something that they're not, just to, you know, appeal to the masses or to get, you know, more views or whatever the fuck the case is. And it's like, if I'm gonna make it in this shit, I want people to fuck with me for exactly who I am, my flaws and all. I'm never gonna sit here and try to act like I'm this perfect being. Like, nah, I've had a couple fuck ups, some that'll make motherfuckers raise their eyebrow, like, what the fuck, you know? Because it's like, I'm human. You know, the difference is between supporters and artists is that their life is broadcasted, so it makes it seem like their decision making is so much more important than a regular human that's not in the spotlight. You get me? And it's like, that's false. Like, I came from nothing. I still have nothing. You get me? And it's like, when I have it all, I'm still gonna be me. I'm not gonna let that shit change me. A lot of people say that they don't, but then they end up changing. Nah, the only thing I will say that my boundaries might get a little tighter. You feel me? Because I need that, not just for myself. That's
healthy though,
right?
that has to happen.
Exactly. But when you're somebody that's so used to always just being available to people, especially when you're sensitive to energy, like, you don't really realize how much that shit drains you until you really get away from it all. And then that's why most people be trying to say, oh, you switched up, oh, you acting brand new. It's like, nah, it's just, I'm going through an awakening that's never ending. And sometimes you realize a lot of the shit that you used to love, or the people that you used to fuck with, they're not a part of the journey. Or they can only go so far, and they can't go past that. And it's not because you don't love them. It's not because they're not worthy. It's just that on an energetic level of frequency, they're not a match.
They're not vibrating the same speed.
They're not, and they're not doing the work to. Because like, I'm always, before I cut anybody off, I give them chances. You know, I speak to them. I try to, you know. But if you're not doing the work, I can't do the work for you. Yeah, I can't. And so it's like, I know where I'm headed, and I know the work that it takes to get there, and it's never ending. I'm never gonna sit here and say I'm fully healed, or I'm fully enlightened, and I know more than no. It's never ending, but it's like, I know that I'm always doing the work though, and it's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But so it's like, if you have to really earn that shit, you do.
That's hard. It's crazy. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm very big on energy.
Same.
And my thing is, like, when you have conversations with people, me personally, I have to have a conversation with somebody who's going through something, or they come to me on some bullshit. I already know they're coming to me on some bullshit. Like, when I feel tired after that conversation, my boy, I can't fuck with you no more.
My boy,
I can't, bro, because you're pulling energy. You're an energy sucker. You're literally sucking the energy out of me.
Like, I had a conversation with a friend of mine not too long ago, and I was explaining to him, Because I was like, I don't want you to think, you know, that like I don't fuck with you, whatever. But you gotta understand that if I didn't give a fuck, I wouldn't be saying nothing to you. You get me? I would just let you create your own demise or whatever the fuck this is. But you also gotta understand that every time I speak to you, I'm doing it with intention. I'm using my energy to give you advice, to give you a solution to your problem, shit like that. So it's like every time that you don't, I'm gonna start withdrawing more and more, because it's like that shit does drain me. Even though like you're venting and shit, like it's draining my energy, and I'm choosing to allow you to do so because I care about you and I know I can handle it. But once it's not equally reciprocated, like as an energetic exchange, it's like I'm not really, you know, I can't. And it's nothing personal at all. It's not personal at all.
Yeah, nah, I feel like a lot of people do take it personally.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? But like, you gotta understand, I'd like to say I'm a very high vibrating energy. But when you put yourself in a situation where there's a shit ton of low vibrating energies, bro, honestly, bro, I step out. I can't. I really can't, because it almost feels like I'm walking underwater, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you ever step in a room after an argument?
Yeah. Oh,
the tension in the room is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, oh fuck no, I can't be here. Dog. I gotta get the fuck out, bro. I'm like, yo, all right, yo, I'll see y'all next time, dog, for real, because I need a dip. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all gonna make me feel like y'all, and I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I really like that's something very important. I know you've been in a ton of studios. Have you ever stepped in a studio where you're like, yo, this energy's not it? I can't.
So many
I can't do
times. So many times. I've had situations where like when it comes to collabs and shit, people will like, yo, you're gonna love this artist, blah blah, because they're so dope to that third, and we link up, but the energy is like just not it. And I'm that type of person. It's like I don't give a fuck how fire you are or like what status you got. If you energetically wise, like it's on some fucked up shit, I'm not doing it. I don't care if you paid me to do it. Like, no, my energy is worth way more. I'm not doing it.
Do you feel like you've ever been in a position where you force yourself to be like, all right, I gotta make this happen? Or have you ever been in that position where like, damn, like this collab would be dope, even though the energy is shit?
I used to. That's what I said.
Like,
I used to be a people pleaser. Yeah, I didn't. I had a hard time saying no because I didn't want to make anyone upset. I didn't want people to think that there's a problem with us. So like I would just do shit just for the sake of keeping the peace, I guess you could say. But now, nope, not at all.
Yeah, that's hard. So 10 years ago, you dropped a video. Why do they? That's the earliest video you have on YouTube. Really? Right now. Yeah. I saw it. It's fire. You're spitting. That's you. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to learn that that's you for real.
Yeah.
So
I started off as a rapper.
But hear me out though. Your discography right now, compared to the old, not the old because we're gonna talk about it, but not the old because, yo, you can see the versatility. You can definitely see the versatility. You're rapping. You add vocals, you're singing, you're rapping. How did you feel when you dropped that? How was the feeling for real? Like, yo, I'm gonna put this out. Like, fuck it, it's just gonna go out there.
It felt good. You get me? Back then, I was very, like I said, I wasn't that confident in myself. Yeah. So being in front of the camera and acting like the artist that I was, it was very difficult for me at the time. But I remember, like, I felt good, not only because it was a fire-ass video, but it was more so, it was just like this is me. This is, like, I wrote this. Yeah. You get me? Nobody, not that there's anything wrong with having help, but all of my songs, I do it by myself. And that's why I take so much I take so much pride in my pen, because it all comes from me. You get me? And when I did Why Do They, it was just... It was always some heartbreak shit, bro. It was always... I'm a lover girl, so like I was always going through some shit. But Why Do They... I don't even remember like exactly what the fuck it was about, but I just know that I was going through some shit, and I was like, you know what, I'm about to spit You feel me?
Yeah. Rip. Let it rip. Hit record, dog. Yo, hit record. Punch me right now. Punch me right now.
Yeah.
Yo, so you mentioned you're for PG, from Hyattsville to be exact. I feel like there's a ton of people that rap and do the music thing, but they don't rep the DMV. And I'm gonna say I'm from the DMV all day.
Facts.
You're saying you're from the DMV. Does that make you want it even more? Obviously, you have the other things that are personal to you, that happen to you, that make you want it. But you being from the DMV, but like, I'm gonna put on for my city. I'm gonna put on for the DMV. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put on for PG County. That's where I'm from.
Absolutely.
Does that make you want it more? Like, how do you feel when people say, "Yo, man, fuck the DMV. That's just like a dark cloud. Nobody want to work with motherfuckers out there. There's no talent over there. Fuck all that."
That falls with the no talent part. But I've myself said, like, yo, there's a dark cloud over the DMV, because there is. Like, if you from here and you lived here, you know. You get me? So that's just an unspoken rule that, like, we all know how the DMV is. But there's so much fucking talent potential down here, so much, and that shit gets overlooked because the people that do blow, like, they blow off of popularity. You get me? So it's like, not saying that they're not good, but it's like that doesn't showcase what the fuck we really got going on down here. And you give me, a majority of the people that made it at a high level, they're like from Virginia or like DC and shit like that. But like from Maryland, like from PG County, like you only got like, I think JIDK, Rico Nasty, who else? I think there's one more. But like it's very a small list compared to the people that are from Logic. I think he's from Mokoto.
Yeah, he's from around here.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. From PG County, from Hyattsville to be specifically, there's not really anybody that has done it, to my knowledge at least. And if they did, they're locally known, they're locally famous, but like globally, no, there's nobody. You get me? So fuck yeah, I want to do this shit because I want to rep my hometown, and I want people to know we got some shit. Like, yeah, I came from here. Y'all been focusing on all these other, and they're fire too. But I feel like if we supported each other the way that like that Georgia supports their artists and shit like that, bro, what?
I like to think about like DC as it's like the unknown Mecca, bro. It's like the unknown Mecca. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I asked a ton of people this, especially artists, bro, from the area. In order to make it, like how you're just saying,
you do have
globally,
to leave.
Do you have to leave?
You do have to leave.
And that's on some like, leave on some shit like, yo, like, all right, I'm gonna leave and I'm never gonna mention y'all niggas ever again. Fuck y'all.
Nah,
like,
it's like that shit's even biblical. Like I said, I don't know the verbatim words of what it says, but it says something down the lines of like a prophet is not welcomed in his hometown, or like even by their family or shit like that. Like, so you gotta leave if you really like. It's not leave in the sense of like fuck the DMV. I'm like leaving this shit. Like, nah, if you have that mentality, then yeah, home's not gonna fuck with you.
No, big time.
So it's like don't do that.
The city. No, that's the thing about the city. Like if you show love, I mean, of course. But if you leave on some fuck the DMV shit,
yeah, you try to act like you're not from here. Like
then when you come here,
they not gonna fuck with you. We don't know you type shit. You get me? So yeah, nah, but you definitely have to go because also like there are some opportunities down here, but it's very limited. Yeah. You get me? So I feel like anybody in their hometown, if you want to make it, you gotta go. You gotta take a risk and leave home behind for a little bit and go places that you've never been. Like work with people that are not from here. You get me? Network. Get the fuck out of here for a little bit and then come back.
Come back with the stuff that you learn and then make some magic.
Yeah, and help if you want to, but a lot of people they gatekeep. You know, I don't know why. It's the whole crabs in the barrel shit that we got going on down here. Like, everybody want to see you doing good, but not better than them type shit. And they feel some type of way. But I get it. It's because that's just how we're programmed down here. Yeah. It's annoying.
It's annoying to say that shit because it's like, dog, like, no, bro, like, yeah, I'm eating, but, you know, everybody could.
Right. But everybody wants to be the first person in the spotlight. Yeah. That it takes away from anything else. Like, if everybody was just like, yo, this motherfucker got it. I know I got the tools. You got the tools. Let's just push this person, whatever. And boom. Like, it could be as easy as that. But everyone wants to be first. They want to be the first one. They want to be the one in front of the camera. They want to be the one that blows. It just fucks everything else up. Sometimes you do have to make that sacrifice or just have that humbleness to know, like, look, I know I'm dope as shit, but like I know that you know, you could do this because you got the image or you got whatever. So I'm gonna help you with my resources, and then, you know, just yeah. But a lot of people don't do it, and they got a lot of trust issues. This business is dirty as fuck, so I get it. I really do. But it's like, I
feel like it sucks, bro. It sucks. Really, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, because the moment you start showing support, you're a dick rider. The moment you're doing something, you're a dick rider or whatever. Yep. Oh yeah. But then the moment you leave, nah, you Mr. Hollywood. Fuck
that's
you,
why you gotta. That's why you gotta just stop giving a fuck.
Yeah, for real.
I gave a fuck for the longest, saying, but like you have to reach
the beginning of this jump, bro. If you're gonna do it. Fuck everybody else. Oh God, I'm being so dead ass with you. I'm being so honest, bro. You on that right now?
Absolutely.
You on that right now? Yo, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, fuck you. I don't care, dog. Yeah. I'm a rock. I'm gonna hit this joint right. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if I hurt your feelings, I'm not sorry, bro. I'm gonna keep
not
going.
At all.
Like, I'm gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's how this whole thing started. Yo, y'all talk a lot. Okay, we gonna set up a podcast so you can hear me more, nigga. Like,
yeah,
I ain't really tripping.
Right. Yeah, like, pretty much what happened.
For real. So it's like, that's what we're gonna do. But it's on that tip, like for real. I'm so not sorry if I offend you how I am, bro. I'm not. Yeah, bro. I'm just gonna keep it pushing, dog.
That's how I am now. I'm not sorry.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like that's a kind of mentality because once you start worrying about somebody else, you stop worrying about your own self.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then you're like, I'm not doing all this shit. Like, no, bro, I need to eat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all want to eat? There's food for everybody. Y'all want to come up? Cool. Y'all don't? Then stay down there. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I love where I came from. Never gonna forget. Just not going back. Straight like that.
Yeah.
Literally said it. Like, I always say that. You know what I'm saying? And it pisses me off. And it's just how it is in the DMV. It's just, that's the game.
Yeah.
But it just sucks, bro. It sucks so bad.
I know.
I ain't gonna lie to you. This dark cloud shit pisses me the fuck off. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It's just like,
but
so many people just be hating. It don't have to be that way.
It don't gotta be that way.
DC could be Atlanta. DC could be in Miami. DC.
And then that's the thing. When you say this shit, they get all and they feel like, we don't want to be no fucking Atlanta. They're like, what the fuck? It's like, it's not even that.
It's not even that.
You missing the whole point of what we trying to say. It's like, motherfuckers need to know who we are, what we got down here. There's so much culture, so much versatility, so much talent. Like, bro, the amount of fucking talent that we got down here. You know how many motherfuckers done stole, like, shit from our fashion and all that shit from the DMV? And they try to act like they did that shit. But because we're so small, if
we can't be like, nah, that's ours. No,
they're going to be like, who the fuck are y'all? Nobody gives a fuck. Like, right. They won't believe it. Bro. So it's like, bruh, come on now. Like,
especially for an area that like a lot of traffic comes through. So you have like people across the world.
It's the nation's capital.
Exactly. Bro. So across the states, different world.
You
have a bunch of going on. That
I don't know. Oh, I got you. That joint is just, it pisses me off, bro. But it's because I care a lot.
Exactly.
I care a lot, bro, and I love where I'm from. This is where my kids are gonna grow up in. You know what I'm saying? I want it to change. Mm-hmm. I want the DMV to be a place where now in the industry be like, yo, no, like, yo, yeah, where y'all at? Yeah, no, we in the DMV this weekend.
Right.
We in the DMV this weekend. What's going on over there? A lot of shit. You gonna have to come and see. Like, you gonna have to. I can't even explain it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like only people from the area know what's going on.
Facts.
But there's so much to give.
There's
just so much, bro. There's just so much. And just,
it's like a hidden gem. The DMV is a hidden gem.
My biggest pet peeve when people say like, oh, DMV is boring. I was like, bro, what? I mean, you look in the wrong places. I don't know what you're doing.
Bro.
Right.
So it's like,
but it's a lot, bro. I just care a lot. You know, I love where I'm from, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if you really think I'm about to go back to where everything started, is game, bro. You lost. It's done. You know what I mean? But let's get back to you, Jade. ECLIPSE. It's coming out February 28th.
Yeah.
What's up? Well, why February? You say you was a lover girl. What's going on? What's the vibes of this joint? What's this very lovey-dovey joint? This something I can cuddle with and shorty with, or what's good? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's all of it, honestly.
Oh.
It is. So I put a little bit of everything in it. This is just an EP. It's not no like album, but it's been so long since I've dropped any type of body of work. I just dropped singles and shit like that. So it's like, let me really lock in and create something.
So it's a bit of everything. So
it's a little bit of everything.
It's a little bit. So it's a little bit of lovey-dovey jump, some heartbreak jump. Is there somebody that's gonna get a message off of this?
There's a couple people that's gonna get a message out of this. A couple. A couple.
A couple people.
And they gonna know. When they hear it, they gonna know exactly who the fuck it's for. And that's exactly how it's intended.
Any features?
Nah.
Straight you.
Straight me.
Hard. That's hard.
I don't need a feature to say what I gotta say. I'm gonna say what the fuck I gotta say. Just me.
Yeah, so like I said, you've given us an opportunity to hear a couple of things that are going to be on there. We're not going to talk too much about it, but the last song, I feel like that last song, yeah,
that last song, that last song.
That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. We're really going to touch base, but y'all going to hear it. Y'all going to hear it. 28th, y'all going to hear it. You know what I'm saying? But like, all right, so there's a couple. You saying there's a couple people that are gonna get a message off of this?
Absolutely.
This album. Now, what are the messages? Is it some lovey-dovey message? Is there a special somebody somebody's gonna get a message off a song, or nah? Or is it nah?
Yeah, there is, but it's more so. I'm on my. All right, so for those like the OG Omari fans, they know that my rap alter ego is Vendetta.
Okay.
So V for Vendetta. Y'all seen the movie? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Vendetta usually comes out when justice needs to be served, kind of vibe. You get me? So it's just a little. I literally put it as the last song because that's just not even a fraction of what's to come. So the whole reason is ECLIPSE is like it's a foreshadowing.
Yeah. Of what's coming.
Of what's about to come. And I'm doing this shit in increments. I ain't gonna give you the whole with each project, with each single. Nah, I'm a keep teasing y'all until I really go full throttle with this shit. Cause when I really do, I'm gonna be a fucking problem.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna be a fucking
that's
problem.
Right. Oh, that's hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm thinking out right now. That's my favorite song. That last one is my favorite song.
Yeah, A-Mo.
I'm just gonna say that A-Mo is my favorite
A-Mo.
song. Y'all gonna hear it. Y'all really gonna hear it, bro. It's a lot of It's just a lot of on that joke.
It's
bro.
a lot of That's
a lot of
That's that DMV
but Joe, so you're very open. You're very open on your page.
I am.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I was clowning you a little bit prior to this jump, but like, not really just saying clowning, but like, you know what I'm saying? Just, jabbing you a little bit. But is there a special somebody? You got somebody? You got something going on right now? Is there like I don't know, is there somebody that's that's there to rub your hair and shit and seeing when you need it? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Is there somebody that's rubbing your back, scratching your back and shit, you know what I'm saying? Giving you that hug, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you need it at the end of the day.
I do got somebody. I do.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
So is she gonna get a message off this song?
Most of these songs were written before I met her, honestly.
Okay.
So it was already with a notion. But yeah. I got some shit for her. I got some shit for her. Not on that project, but I got some shit for her.
I feel like when it comes to having a relationship and when you're doing what you're doing, I feel like it can get very complicated.
It can.
You know what I'm saying? So like, how do you balance that? Like how I feel like it's not necessarily. Well, I mean, yeah, they gotta really know who you are and what you got going on.
Exactly.
And I feel like they gotta be on board. How has it been for you to be like, yo, like, all right, yeah, she's on board, like she knows what I got going on?
See, the thing that has been difficult with me, has been a challenge, is that everybody acts like they're on board when it's first starting.
Yeah.
That's what they tell you. Like, I'm cool with that because I'm an artist. I travel. Like, I do like, that's fine with me, whatever. But then when shit really get real, they show that they're not okay with it. And it's not that they have a problem with my career or whatever, but it's more so like, not everybody could be okay with their partner being gone for long periods of times. Shit like that. And it's like, it's understandable, but it's like, at the same time, you knew what the fuck you signed up for. Yeah. You get me? So it's like, don't start punishing me, acting like I'm doing something wrong as a partner when this is what the fuck you signed up for. I literally let it be known before anything even starts, because I'm just like, this is a non-negotiable. Like, this is who I am. Like, music, respectfully, is going to come first. Not in a sense of, like, I'm going to put you, like, obviously, if I love you, like, of course, compromise and shit comes into play. But it's like, I have to build a life for myself. And if I have my person, like, I want to give you the fucking world. And in order for me to do that, I got to lock in. I got to really do this shit. And it's going to take some time, us being apart. It's going to take some time where, like, I'll probably be gone from either 2 days to 2 weeks to 2 months. And it's like, not that you got to be okay with that, but you got to understand the reasoning behind why I'm willing to sacrifice time with you, why I'm willing to sacrifice being away from you. And, you know, because I'm not doing it for just me anymore. I'm doing it for us. You get me? I want to have a life with you. I want to be able to do all this shit, take you places without even fucking checking. Like, you know, I want to do that. I'm a tourist. I like to spoil. You get me? But I also realize I can't be in a relationship when I'm not stable. As much as I want love, I can't, because I'll feel like I'm not enough for the person when I know that I'm more than enough. But it just so happens that every time. Another thing too, you can tell when you're not with the person that you're supposed to be with when your money's fucked up while you with them. No matter how hard you working or whatever, your money's still gonna be fucked up for some reason. So it's like, I always noticed that when I was in relationships with the wrong people, everything would come to a standstill. All my opportunities, all the shit would just kind of get stagnant. And when I got out the relationship, everything started moving again. So I'm like, what the fuck? So it's if
your shit is fucked up when you with somebody, no, not gonna work out, buddy.
Let it go.
If your joint not moving, you staying there. You gotta get it going, buddy. Yeah, get that shit out of there, dog.
And it's so unfortunate though, because it's like I said, it gets lonely, but I've gotten comfortable being alone. So it's like, that's the difference. A lot of people, when you're not by yourself, you make decisions out of codependency.
Yeah.
You get me? But when you actually take the time to heal and actually, like, you kind of like being by yourself. You like the fact that ain't nobody blowing up your phone arguing with you, and like, you don't gotta worry about somebody cheating on you or like just dumb shit like that. You're literally at peace by yourself. You get me? But there are those moments where you just like miss having somebody. You want to cuddle at night, you know, a little kiss here and there. Like, I want somebody to rub my head and shit. You know, like, you miss that shit. You do, but it's like, I don't know. It's a lot. All of the relationships that I've been in.
I feel like you're definitely a believer of love.
100%. 100%. I couldn't say fuck love even if I wanted to, because I know, like, mind you, when you get heartbroken and shit, you want to say that, but like, I know that if I said that shit out my mouth, I could feel that I'm lying. Yeah. Type shit. Like, I love love. I do. Yeah. I love love.
Look, man, it's needed, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, yo, damn, like, I was like, yo, damn, I ain't never seen Jay like this. This is crazy. I just know. I was like, yo, man, hey, she got herself going on, you know what I'm saying?
But that's how you know that, like.
That's why I know, I feel like it's going good.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's why I was like, yo, that's hard, you know what I mean? So I was like, it means something, you know what I'm saying?
I don't just pop out with nobody. That's one of, but.
I'm almost positive I'm probably not the only one talking about that junk for real.
You not? Oh my God, the amount of messages that I got is.
But like, I feel like that means something. I feel like that's not necessarily a step. I just feel like, yo, like, yeah, she's your person. Yeah. And that's something real. That's tough to have. That's something real that tough. I feel like you could be like, yo, yeah, bro. Like when I'm a shorty. Everything around me, brother, voices stop.
You know what's crazy? You know I literally told her that shit. That is so crazy that you said that.
Because, like, you got so much shit going on. You got so much stuff happening. Like, yo, the EP's coming out. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to manage your page. You got to go to the studio. You got to blah, blah, blah. I got to write to this beat. I got to do this, jump. As soon as she started playing with my hair, it's gone. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. Like... And that's something beautiful, I ain't gonna lie.
It is. And it's like, whenever you get into a heartbreak, you always feel like, I don't want to do this shit again. I don't want to fall in love again, or, you know, this, that, and the third. And it takes a lot because of all the shit that I've gone through and like the lessons that I've learned with love and just life in general, now it's very difficult for me to really lock in with somebody. Like I'm not a lustful person, so I don't just go based off looks anymore type shit. Like I really have to be connected to you on an energetic level to really fuck with you. And after my last relationship, I really was like, I'm done for a while. Like I don't want to. And I wasn't looking for it, and that's exactly why I came, because I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't desperate to find love. I wasn't trying to get over the last person by getting under somebody else. Like, and when that shit hits, that shit hits. That shit hits.
She got knocked the fuck out, buddy. Cupid said like this.
Did I? Cupid did his thing.
He said, yeah.
Cupid did his
this
thing.
one right here.
Knock on wood, you know, that shit. I hope it lasts. I really do.
No, look, at the end of the day, I feel like you happy and it shows. You know what I'm saying? You got to smile. You know, as soon as I talk about shorty, look, yeah. That shit hard. Yeah. Hey, look, it's a beautiful thing.
It is.
But do you feel like, or have you been in a situation, or have you been in a relationship where you stepped into it not loving yourself?
Yeah.
Do you feel like if you don't love yourself, you won't be able to love anybody else?
100%. And sometimes you don't realize that you don't love yourself until you're dealing with somebody that make you realize, damn, I don't love myself, because if I did, I wouldn't be dealing with this shit. So it's like, it's not always easy to identify. But I've definitely been in a lot of relationships where it was reflecting that I didn't love myself. And the other person probably ain't loved themselves either. And we was just trying to find love within each other. But it's like,
it wasn't enough.
You have to love yourself, because it sets the tone.
Yeah.
You have to. So it's like, until you do, stay by your fucking self. Stay. It don't matter if that shit take a month or a year or 2. Stay by yourself until you understand the value of your energy and your love and what it brings to the union. Because most people don't. Like I said, a lot of people are very codependent. You know, they look for the other person to bring them happiness, and they feel like, if you're not making me happy, then you're some shit. It's like, I'm not supposed to make you happy. I'm supposed to add to the happiness that you already have.
Yeah.
It's not my sole responsibility to make you happy, because I got to make me happy too, and I can barely do that. So you putting the responsibility of your happiness on me and just me? Fuck no.
Yeah.
You got me fucked up. And it's like, and people try to like manipulate you and try to make you feel like you're not a great partner because I'm not making you my sole fucking priority. No, I've been with a lot of people that don't love themselves.
Yeah.
You get me? And like I said, they placed the responsibility of happiness on me. You should be able to be okay without me.
Yeah.
You should want me, but you don't need me. You get me? You have to have that mentality.
Yeah, that's a bar.
But it's facts though.
You should want me, but you ain't gotta need me.
Yeah, you should want me, but you don't need me.
Yeah. I
don't need nobody. Like, respectfully to my little like I want her. I want her. You get me? I choose her. It's a choice, but I don't need her, and I know that I don't. And she don't need me, which is why it's a mutual. It's like, finally, like, oh my God, finally somebody that doesn't, like, they're their own person without me, and I love that shit. Like, that's what everybody needs. Somebody that don't need them but wants them.
Ooh. That's fire.
Yeah.
Because then it don't feel like a chore. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Like, I shouldn't feel like, ugh. Like, the moment I gotta be like, ugh, the moment that you...
That's what I'm saying. Like, that don't feel like a chore. Like, yo, go throw the trash out. Man, fuck.
Right.
Man.
It's like, I want us to be... Like, I want to take the trash out for you because you just, like, we're just that good. Like, you shouldn't have to... If you have to ask me for it, there's something wrong.
Ooh.
And that could be a me thing or you thing, but it's like, for the right person, you won't have to ask. Like, my last... I ain't gonna hold you. Like, a couple relationships, like, they were complaints about shit that I didn't do, this, that, third, but it's like... You have to make me want to do that shit. If you're not treating me a certain way, of course I'm not going to want to fucking do that shit. And you feel entitled that I need to do that. I don't need to do shit.
Right.
I don't.
Right.
You get me? And most of the standards of relationships, like, you need to do this. You need to take me out on dates. You need to fuck me 5 times a day. You need to... And it's like,
Wow.
And it's like, nah, but it's facts though. A lot of people, but yo, like a lot of people think that way, and it's like you feel like I'm obligated to do these things. You're entitled to it just because of the title that we have as a partner. But it's like, are you treating me in a way that makes me want to do that shit?
Yeah.
Cause if you being a bitch to me all day or whatever, but then you still expecting to get fucked, it's like
I don't even want to.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Because like, why would you want to with somebody that's making you feel like shit?
Right.
It don't make sense.
Yeah.
You get me? And it's like no shade to them. It's like
nah, bro. But at the end of the day, though, bro, like the energy's gonna be off anyways.
Right.
It ain't gonna feel good.
Right. But then they try to make it seem like you're a fucked up partner and you ain't shit and da 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 da. It's like it has nothing to do with me being a great partner or not. It's just this ain't it.
Yeah.
Energetically,
no,
this ain't it.
Yeah, I just feel like when it comes to what you do as an artist, I feel like it's hard to get to a position where you're like, yo, I could really be with this person.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
it is.
I feel like there has to be a ton of thinking that goes through it.
There's a lot of fear.
And I feel like there's a ton of fear because I feel like no matter how much or no matter how long you want or however you think about it, at the end of the day, I feel like when you get into a position like that, and it's not a bad thing, but you really do feel like it's a risk.
No, it is. It's not a feeling.
Like,
it is a risk.
It's definitely a risk because I don't know, because I feel like you like, all right, but it's gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? God willing.
Right.
But when it doesn't work out, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna make you feel some type of way.
Of course.
You know, you know what I'm saying, and songs will be written, so be careful. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so like, but I feel like it goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. It's definitely a risk. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like people don't understand that part though, especially when it comes to me, because they try to make it seem like I'm trying to act like I'm more important than them, and it's like, bro, it has nothing to do with that. You just have to understand where I'm headed. And if I'm choosing to bring you along, you have to understand what the fuck that shit means.
yeah, buckle up.
Yeah, not only that, buckle up, but it's like, get it together.
Yeah.
Because it's like, last thing I need is like, all right, I'm about to go to the red carpet. You choose to argue right before the fucking red carpet.
I need you to be my piece, shorty. I need you to
need to be my piece. And I have my piece. Don't disturb my piece. Do not disturb that shit.
Yeah.
Because I don't give a fuck how much I love you. You have to go.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me so long to get to that level where I would say, all right, you got to go. Because I'm the type of person, I will not fucking leave until God forces me to leave. And what I mean by that is, when you get subtle signs of like, you know, you're supposed to leave certain red flags and you choosing to ignore, God will allow that person to fuck your whole shit up until you have no choice but to leave. Yeah. You get me? And it's like, I'm so tired of dealing with that. I want to be with somebody that just gets it. Like, y'all, you understand me as an artist as far as like what I'm trying to pursue and how important it is. They try to place the importance below themselves, and it's like, it's not a materialistic thing. It's like, I come from nothing. Yeah. You get me? I'm not just trying to do this for me. I want generational wealth for my future generations. I want to also inspire people that come from nothing, that feel like they don't have the resource. Like, bruh, it's not always about the resources. Like, it is, but it's like when you are really gifted in a natural way and you're chosen to do this shit, God will bring those things to you. You just gotta have the faith, and it might take some time, but like, it'll come. You get me? And you have to make sure that, especially when you choose a partner, because that's the person that's gonna be closest to you. Like, yeah, you got your family and your friends, but like, a partner is a different type of intimacy. Yeah. You get me? And you have to make sure that you're choosing somebody that is willing to go through all of that shit with you, because it's not always going to be rainbows and sunshine, especially on this artist journey. You can't be with somebody that's insecure, because they going to always think that, okay, I got to go to the club to show out, or I got to go do this, whatever, or I'm going to stay at the studio. Right. I got to stay at the studio late, and I know I said I was going to come home at this time, but something came up, so I got to stay later. You got to trust that I'm not out fucking with another bitch. Right. You got to trust that I'm not, instead of just blowing up my phone or arguing with me, like, because you're not being mindful of the fact that, like, this is my life. Yeah. There's no set schedule to this shit. There's no, like, I could tell you.
I'm trying to get it. For
Facts.
real,
I could tell you, all right, baby, we're going to go here next week. I'm going to take you out on a nice date, whatever. And something comes up and I got to go out of town, whatever. You can't be mad.
Yeah.
Like, you can, but it's like, when I tell you, baby, I'm going to make it up to you when I get back. Like, I have to do this because this is a great opportunity. You know, I need someone that's going to be like, go ahead, baby. Like, I'm so proud of you. Like, you know, just we'll deal with it when it come back. Like, don't give me a fucking hard time because I'm already feeling fucked up at the fact that I got to reschedule anyway.
Yeah.
Type shit. You get me? And I've dealt with that shit so many times, and I don't know. I'm grateful that I'm with somebody now that's not like that.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Jaden, no, but it's good though because now look, you hit somebody when you go home to or whatever. You meet up with shorty and hey, there's no voices. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you really that's a deep sleep.
Oh my God, boy, you get the best sleep of your fucking life.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's
want to stay in bed all day.
It's a deep sleep. You don't want to be productive at all. You just want to stay there.
You just want to be in love.
Nah. We order the Uber Eats. Yeah, we ain't gotta cook. We just stay down with me. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but you know what I fuck with about her is that she we gonna go out. Like she just like let's go out. Let's go dancing. Let's I'm just like, well, you want to go dance? What the fuck? Okay.
That's tough, bro.
Yeah,
that's tough. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you gotta do it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like she's probably reciprocating what you've been missing.
100%.
So she's trying to be what you've been missing. She probably is what you've been missing.
She probably is.
You know what I'm saying? So that's tough, you know what I mean?
I know.
And then this goes to another question. Would you rather be feared or loved?
Damn. That is a good question. That's a very good question. I'd rather be respected.
Does respect out of love or respect out of fear?
You don't have to love me, but you're going to respect me. You don't have to fear me. But regardless, you're going to fucking respect me.
I feel like it's going towards fear, though.
Nah, it's not a fear. It's not a fear. It's more so like respect is like, I feel like it goes hand in hand with love. Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't got to fuck with me. Like, I'm aware that not everybody's going to fuck with me.
Right.
But you're going to respect me. Because I respect everybody until I'm disrespected. That's when it's like,
so you get a reason to disrespect.
Right. And so it's like I'm not big on the like you gotta fear me. What the fuck you got to fear? I'm not gonna sit here and act like what you need to fear is how my fucking angels go hard for me when you fuck me over. That's what you gotta fear. But
so
me,
when I get to that question, I ask that question to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people interpret it differently. Let me give you the rundown of how I interpret it.
Okay.
I feel like, me personally, I'd rather be feared.
Okay.
Not feared in a way of, oh, you gotta fear me because I'm big dog. Nah, not necessarily like that. Because if people love you, they're gonna do you dirty. That's a given. Hear me out.
Then that's not love.
Right, but out of love, they're gonna be like, yo, but I love you. I did you dirty, but I love you.
That's not love.
Listen, I love you so much, but I did you dirty. Out of love, they're gonna be like, yeah, but since out of love, you're gonna forgive me.
Let me tell you this.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like if somebody I think fear and love go hand in hand. Because if you fear losing me, you ain't even gonna put yourself in a position to do some crazy shit.
And that's
like
where the respect comes in, which is why I said I'd rather be respected.
But I feel like, I don't know, because you said respect and love. I feel like respect and fear go hand in hand.
Just like respect and love go hand in hand.
Type shit.
You feel me? That's what I said. I'd rather be respected. Because it's like, you fear losing me because, like, for example, back then when I wasn't really, my brightest, I was not the greatest partner. I was not the greatest lover. I would cheat on bitches, not give a fuck. I would come up with a lie on the spot. You couldn't tell me shit. Had no guilt, whatever. I didn't really respect them. You get me? But as I started, getting into my spiritual shit, whatever, and I had a conscience of all my decisions, and that empathy meter just blasted, the respecting, bruh, it's like, I respect you so much that I would never want to do anything to hurt you. You get me? I respect you so much that I'm going to tell you the truth even if it's hard. Even if there is the possibility I might lose you. But I respect you, so I want you to be able to trust that I'm always going to tell you the truth. Oh. Type shit. You feel me? So, yeah, when it comes to the question of fear or love, I'd rather be respected because it's both. It is both. So, yeah, respect me.
I didn't think about it that way.
You got to.
But I feel like, I don't know. I mean, me, that's what I'm saying. Like, out of love, bro, I leave $100 bills right here, right? Out of love, this motherfucker gonna take it, right? Whatever. Cool. Justin, take the $100 bill. Out of love, he gonna be like, nah, but you, man, you my boy, dog. You got you know what I'm saying? But out of fear, that $100 gonna be right there when I come back.
Right. But, like I said, it's a respecting. If your character, if your character is so impeccable that it's like, bruh, nah, I'm telling you, it's respect. Motherfuckers won't even think about doing you like that because they respect you to a degree where they hold you up to such a standard where they're like, nah, I can never do them like that. I can't. Because like I just respect them too much, and it goes in hand with the love, but it's also the fear. Like I would never want to fuck up that relationship by doing some fuck shit. You get me? Yeah.
That's hard. Jay dropping banging.
Some low guru over here.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm gonna use a couple of them business from my captions on IG or some shit.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna hold you.
Put in my notes, bro.
Oh shit, for real. Bro. This is what I'm saying. She's a great writer. She don't even got
off the top of the shit.
You know what I mean? So Jade, Eclipse. What was your thought process of this? These are like snippets, right? And what you got going on. All right. But you got a couple jabs, a couple haymakers coming in, right? Is that what's going on? Are you gonna keep doing that? Or when do you think that the actual big project is gonna hit?
I feel like I said, none of it is premeditated. So I just go with what I feel. I feel like the project is the album is gonna be done this year for sure. But until that moment comes, I'm gonna just keep throwing my little jabs. I'm gonna keep dropping. I'm gonna keep being consistent with things that I feel like, because I'm not just gonna drop shit for the sake of dropping shit. That's not a thing. I don't give a fuck if people say, "Oh, you gotta be consistent. You gotta." No, if I'm a quality over quantity type of person, not reversed. So it's like I'm only dropping shit. I feel like this is some quality shit, and it represents me in the way that I want to be represented. So I'm gonna drop it. But the album has been long overdue. So I'm putting the pressure on myself. I work best under pressure, but I'm putting the pressure on myself to get it done this year. Okay. At all costs.
So like, I guess the thought process of Eclipse was, let me give you a taste of this, but I'm coming with this. So
and it's and it's very subtle, but the message is getting across.
I think it's hard the way you ended it out, because that's like how you said it. Like that's the real Jade.
Yeah.
That's OG Jade.
And a lot of people forgot
that's
the real Jade.
You know what I mean?
Because I came off as this, or in a certain time frame I became this. But it's like, this is who I've always been. And I'm not afraid of shit. And I have to remind myself that every time that I feel like, it's like, nah, remember where the fuck you came from. Remember who the fuck you are. And that's what Amo is. I remembered who the fuck I was. And I'm standing on that.
No, it's hard. I think you being able to, because you've been doing this for what, 12 years now? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you've had a taste of everything.
I have.
You know what I'm saying? And obviously in the when it comes to become an artist, there's highs, there's very highs, and there's lows, and there's very lows. And what I mean by lows, like, this is very dark. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's definitely gonna work out.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, just seeing that shit is just, it's hard. Like I'm saying, like I've been blessed, like obviously blessed with the opportunity to be in the studio with Jade and see how she works and shit like that. So y'all gonna hear it, bro. But seeing like the magical shit happen, bro, it's insane. It's insane.
It's a process.
It's a process, but like it's hard. It's very, very hard. Like tough, like super duper hard. And you know, you got yeah. I just can't wait, bro. I can't wait, bro. Like I just can't, bro. Like I'm excited. I don't know. I'm just excited for Jade. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, because I heard the shit. That's why. You know what I mean? So, what's next? What's next for you in your career? After ECLIPSE, obviously the album is coming up. But what's the trajectory? You're back home right now. Mm-hmm. But what are you trying to achieve with what you got going on?
What I'm trying to achieve, I'm trying to shake the fucking world, to be honest with you. I'm trying to make a statement. I'm trying to bring back the light in this dark ass world. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Like I don't speak too much on it because it's more so it's like obviously I want whatever God wants for me as far as whatever he originally designed for me to do, my purpose. But I know it involves me helping people through my music. And then when I get into a position where I am able to help, from there it'll be a whole nother mission. Yeah. So
now you started this 12 years ago. Mm-hmm. Has it always been the same process? Has it gotten easier with the years? Like how was it from the beginning to how it is now?
It has gotten easier as far as like creating, because I'm not overthinking. I'm not, back then it was a little harder because like I said, I was scared. I was fucking scared of putting myself out there. I was scared of being perceived. I was scared of stepping on people's toes with what I'm saying or like how I'm acting or whatever. And it's just like now, no, I don't.
You don't care.
I don't care.
Fuck it.
Like I care about the shit that I need to care about.
Oh, but yeah.
Other than that, I don't give a fuck. You don't like me? Too fucking bad.
You never had like a point in your career where you look back and kind of just see like you want anything to change about it?
I thought that, but then I realized that it happened exactly the way that it needed to, as unfortunate as it was, because I had some shit I had to learn, and it also is the reason why I came back as far as like being Jade Omari, the original Jade Omari. So I wouldn't change a thing.
That's tough. I ain't gonna lie. But listen, and it goes back to how you carry yourself. God's timing is perfect.
Always.
It's perfect.
Divine timing.
Yeah. So it's like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. You're not gonna know when it's gonna happen.
And if it's not, it's not.
And if it's not, it's not.
No matter how hard you try to make it happen.
Hey. But you're gonna ride it until it does.
Till the wheels fall off.
So for real, you know what I mean? So like, what was a time in your career that was a real eye opener? Like that joint hit you. You was there and you were like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
I would say a couple years ago. That was a real eye opener for me. But it was more in a sense of it taught me where I need to up my defenses. It taught me where I need to be more knowledgeable in certain things. But yeah, I won't get too much into that just yet. But yeah, that was I would call that situation a double-edged sword. Yeah, double-edged sword.
You're gonna get cut regardless.
Yeah, get cut regardless, but how deep you get cut is what matters. Probably from their perspective, they thought it would kill me. But it didn't. I patched up all my wounds. I patched up all my wounds.
She hit the stem shot, though.
Stem shot, What would you say to like future artists? Any advice? Pretty much want to be gonna come up by themselves.
I would say, do not be naive. Don't believe or trust people just because of what they got going on, or the success that they claim to have and the proof of their success, because their journey is not yours, one and foremost. But two, believe in yourself. Now, mind you, there's a couple artists that don't need to be artists. Like, you know how you got those people, like your friends do music and nobody got the balls to tell them, like, yo, this ain't it. Yeah, all right. That we not talking to y'all, respectfully. But it's cool, though. That should be just a hobby. But for the people that really want to do this shit, and and you feel that burning inside you where you like, I know that there's nothing else for me. This is it.
Yeah.
Do not listen to any fucking body. Now, mind you, take heed to certain advice, always be teachable, but always trust yourself more than you trust any other fucking opinion. Because if one way worked for somebody telling you they know the success, the route for success because they did this or that, just because it worked for that motherfucker don't mean it's going to work for you. So you have to trust in your path, your process. Like I said, be teachable, but trust yourself above all fucking things, and just keep perfecting your craft at all times. Like, keep working. Don't overwork yourself. Don't be afraid to take breaks either. Motherfuckers this hustle culture be making you feel like you got to keep working and working and working until you fucking drain and keep working. No, if you need to fucking take a break, take a break, because you have to be right in order to do what the fuck you got to do. You have to be healthy mentally, physically, and emotionally in order to get this shit done. So if you got to take a break, take a fucking break, but also take risks. Take a lot of fucking risks. Even if you're scared, do it anyway.
With what you know now, with what you know now, with what you got going on now, your knowledge now, the game, what are you telling 21-year-old Jade Omari? What are you telling 17-year-old Jade Omari? What are you telling her?
I would tell her to do her fucking research a little bit more, for sure. I would tell her to don't take the first thing that they hand you. Know your worth. Know your fucking worth. Know that you are worth more. Know what you bring to the table. Know your fucking value. And love yourself. I would tell old Jade, love yourself. Because she didn't. And that's exactly why she was in a lot of situations that she ain't need to be in. Because she ain't really love herself like that.
Yeah. That's deep.
Yeah.
So right now, talking about the past, let's look a little bit into the future.
Okay.
In 5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
On top of the world.
That's the hunger, man. That's the hunger right there.
That's crazy. That's a perfect answer. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's
5
the
years
truth.
on top of the world.
I do. I see.
Like, I've been rocking with you for not even a year, but a couple months now, and I feel like the whole shit's been organic and everything's just been tough. Everything's been amazing. Seeing you in rehearsals and performance and stuff, the people you got going around with you, I feel like it's great. I feel like it's all gonna work out in your favor.
Thank you.
I'm a fan.
I appreciate
I'm a fan. A lot to you. But I feel like it's gonna get to a point where, and I can't wait for this shit to happen, where people appreciate it as much as I do, or appreciate music as much as I do. So really having you here in the basement is a big deal, at least for me. It's a very big deal, you know what I'm saying? So it definitely means a lot. And bro, we're rooting for you.
Thank you.
We're rooting for you.
I appreciate it.
We're gonna crank your shit till that shit's not crankable no more, till they take that shit down from the fucking anywhere, you know what I'm saying? So you're from the DMV. Give me your best rappers. Give me your three. Top three best rappers of the DMV.
Top 3. Logic, Corday,
Oh fuck, that's hard.
and damn. I say Wale.
Is that in order?
No,
No particular order.
no particular order.
Okay, Corday and Logic.
Corday would be first if it was.
All right.
Just saying.
Corday's nasty though. He hard.
Lyrical genius.
Yeah. Out of all your songs, what's your favorite song?
In general or on the project?
Out of all of your songs, what's your favorite song?
I don't know because there's a couple that the world will never hear that. Yeah,
Fuck.
they definitely got.
Damn.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. That's a great answer. So we talked about it in the beginning, but like you said, you don't really got like any idols in the music game and industry. And we kind of went to who you really want to collaborate. But if you had one person to collaborate with right now, who would it be? That you could choose right now, who's killing in the game?
Chris Brown.
Breezy.
Yeah.
Breezy, man. Come on now.
Because I know we would make some crazy ass shit.
All right, yo, listen,
Talk about
man.
Breezy,
Listen.
man.
This has been Jade Omari in the basement. Episode 102. Listen. Eclipse is coming out February 28th. I know you got nothing to do February 28th. So what you got to do February 28th is Jade Omari, Eclipse on Apple Music, on Spotify, and all your DSPs.
There you go.
Crank that EP till the wheels fall off and make sure you listen to Emo. That one is
Something special.
That one's something special.
That one's for the DMV.
That one's something special, Jay. We love you. We're rooting for you. We're all fans of you. Listen, God willing, you're going to be there in 5 years. Maybe even less than that.
God willing.
Top of the world, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get it. This has been episode
Yes, sir,
102,
yes, sir.
man. We love y'all. We out.
Yes, sir. We out.